Hey y'all, and it's another happy day, another happy vlog. We are just dirty. We've got dirt all over us because I went to Countryside Nursery today to go visit my longtime friend, Miss Sandra Leggett. Now, I know people like to buy their plants, flowers, shrubs, bushes, whatever from places like Home Depot and Lowe's. I get some things from Lowe's too. But for things that I need to live, because you know I'm not the most avid gardener out there, even though I love flowers, I love them to death. You can buy stuff with her way cheaper, half the price. Bigger plants, bigger flowers. There's fireworks going off in the background in the middle of the day. Party. I don't know. We live out in the country. If you hear it, it is what it is. But like I said, I love to go visit her at Countryside's Gardens Nursery. It's off of Highway 222, located in Kenly, North Carolina in Johnston County. Wonderful. They're such good people. I have been buying so many things from her for so many years, and everything that I have ever bought from her except for the lilies, because the deer ate them, have lived. They have survived. So all of these, remember in the very first chat that we had on our first vlog, you see all of the Leland cypresses behind me, the hedge. They've been here forever. Those came from her shop, or her place, her nursery as well. So I love, love, love going there. Wonderful prices. You can get things for $10, $12. Some of the bigger plants for $22. Well, I would much rather do that and know and be able to talk to her to find out exactly what I need for my soil type and everything else than go pay like 80 bucks or 100 bucks at Lowe's. Not knocking Lowe's, because Lowe's does have a lot of stuff that I need, but she has the best shrubs, bushes, those types of things. So I'm gonna spin my little camera around here. We're gonna take a little walk in the yard and just kind of show you what's happening and what's going on, because I have been so ready to get outside and do some things, and it's been a little chilly today, but it's been a good day to work. So follow me around the yard and let's just find our little bit of happy in flowers, okay? I'll show you what we got. So in the back of our little, we call it our little beaner truck, we have, and I'm gonna totally not get any of these names and probably not remember what they are, but they're shrubs. They're gorgeous. Look at this. Look how pretty that is. Just the leaves and the colors on them alone are fabulous. So we've got, I think, maybe 4 of these, maybe 3, I don't know. They're kind of big. They grow really nice and big. I have no clue what this is. All I know is it grows in my kind of dirt. And if you look really, really close, I don't know if I can get this right with the camera, but it looks like it's almost trying to have like a little red flower, but it's not a flower. It's just a little bud. And there's no flower. I don't know if you call that a flower. Anyway, it doesn't look like a flower. It just looks like a little cluster, tiny bit of buds there. That is gorgeous. And also my Leland cypress tree. I'm going to plant another one of those. And here we have some of these compact hollies. They grow probably about 6-7 feet tall, and they'll get about 5 feet around, which is what I want to start in my garden. I haven't been able to do anything outside for a long time, so now's the chance. Now's the opportunity. So we have some some diatomaceous earth, I guess that's how you say it. The bag kind of spilled out a little bit, so we've got to rake that down. We have a terrible time with ants out here. They will literally cart you away. Not fire ants, so to speak, but those giant ants. I don't know how else to really put it. So when we walk down here on my lovely little driveway, we got some really pretty bushes. So 45 yards out, we got these. We've planted these. Oh, look at my shadow. That's kind of neat. Huh. So we planted these here, and they'll grow about 10 to 12 feet tall, and they'll be about 10 feet around. So this is what I want blocking everything that I can block. So this is here on this side of the driveway. And when you come over here on this side of the driveway, I have the rest of them. And they're evergreen. So they don't lose their leaves, and they stay green all through the year, which is exactly what I want. And I wanted to show you these. I have no clue what these are. They just popped up in the yard. But look at them. Aren't they just the cutest things? I have no clue what they are, but they're a really pretty little clump of flowers, and I don't really bother them. Out here, where you can see where the creek goes, where the water goes, the deer like to hang out down here. This is where I planted all of these lilies. And the lilies, it's about 75 yards down, as you can see by the marking. We mark everything so we know what we're doing and where we're planting things and what we're doing with it. But I had planted and cleaned out a whole bunch of lilies and put them all down here in this bottom area down here, and the deer just shredded them. It looked like somebody had taken like a weed eater. It was awful. So right here are daffodils. It's just a little row of daffodils. I tossed the bulbs out several years ago, and here they are in a nice cute little line. Isn't that something? Right here we planted a Leland cypress on this side of the drive, and down here we have the other Leland cypress on that side of the drive. And as you know, those Leland cypresses get very large. So I like them. They're great for privacy hedges. They're great for natural greenery fences and fencing, or whatever you want to call. There's a lot of woods out here. A lot of woods. We live pretty far off of the road. I like the fact that when I watch things on YouTube, or I watch a lot of gardening shows, and one documentary, if you want to watch it, go watch it. It was magnificent. I've seen it like several times. But his name is Frank Cabot. And he has these beautiful gardens out in Canada, and he has like it's like a conservation for flowers and all different types of things, a house and all of that. And he's passed away now, but if you look at it on Amazon Prime, it's free, and it's called The Gardener. And just know it's Frank and Ann Cabot. So go look that movie up if you like stuff like this. I do. I appreciate flowers and trees and being outside and the gardens and everything, because there's something healing and something magical about being outside. And even if you suck at gardening, like I do, I mean, let's hope all of these lovely shrubs and things that I've planted will grow up into beautiful hedges, and I'll pay close attention to them and make sure that they get what they need and their fertilizer and all this stuff. There's still something great about keeping plants, trees, flowers alive, because they're so important to what we need. Oxygen for one thing, but they're really beautiful to look at if you maintain them pretty well. So I just want to learn everything that I can. That way, in my older years, when I retire, I have 12.5 acres of just stuff that I can do and make this, all of this, just a pretty, lovely garden. And I want to be able to have something that when I'm in my very senior years, to where I can sit out on the front porch and I can look at all the stuff that I did while I was able to do it. So, you know, I want to be able to see all the florals, all the different blooms, all the different seasons, all the different everything in my late senior years. And hopefully my kids will keep things up for me and the hubby. That's the goal. Let's go look at some plants that I had to move on the porch because they're talking about freeze warnings. And Miss Sandra said, be sure to put anything that has blooms on it on the porch out of whatever we're supposed to be getting tonight. So let's head up the steps and let's go look at my porch, and then I'll show you all the really pretty flowers that I got.
I wrote a letter to God one day, thanking Him for another day. I wrote this letter with things on my heart, maybe for a new life, a brand new start. I wrote a letter to God. To God and pray, asking forgiveness of mistakes I've made. I wrote this letter with things on my mind, a twist of the dial to turn back time. I wrote a letter upside down. I wrote my letter just knowing somehow he'll read it. And when I bow my head and pray, I get strength for another day. So I pray to God, what do I say? So I write this letter to God. Even though my life's upside down, I wrote my letter just knowing somehow he'll read it. And when I bow my head and pray, I get strength for another day. So I pray to God, what do I say? So I write this letter to God. So I write this letter to God.
Been a weekend, changed shirts again like 3 times because we get so muddy. There's a lot of clay out here, and we've planted as many shrubs and as many bushes and trees as we can possibly do. I'm out of breath. Had a lot of help from my family, which I really do appreciate. Digging holes with a pickaxe and shovels is something that requires a lot of energy, and I don't have a whole lot of that anymore, especially since getting over COVID pneumonia. So that's been tough, but you know, working on it day by day, getting the strength back. So patience, wanted to talk a little bit about it because it's not a virtue that I possess. I'll be completely honest about that. Patience is tough. Not a lot of people do have it. If you do have patience and you don't get angry or upset or, you know, have issues with things that are trifling things or things that you should have patience for that you don't have patience for, and you have tons of patience, thank you. I appreciate you. Over the years, I've noticed as I get older, my patience gets very short. So I'm trying to work on that. That's a self thing that I need to work on. I also think everybody needs to work on patience as well. Now, in the line of the profession that I'm in, mental health, behavioral health, I'm working with special needs populations and having special needs children of my own. Patience has been something difficult, but I had to learn it. And I learned it through planting my flowers and bushes and trees and things, because I kind of want it to go ahead and take root and do what it's going to do and just shoot on up there to the sky and show me how lovely and pretty you can be, and it doesn't work that way. It takes weeks, months, even years for some things to develop, and that's no different than us as humans. We take a long time to develop. And hopefully, if we're doing the right things and we're thinking the right thoughts, then patience is something that we can also work on, and it won't be so difficult. Patience won't be so short. So I want to make sure that if you need to work on patience, please do. Even in the outside, like I said, working with this terrible clay soil and all these rocks and all of these roots and all this stuff, it really tries your nerves and your patience, and I want things to go faster than what they should, and that's not the correct way to be. So I try to take that into consideration with daily living and daily life as well. Now, I have all the patience in the world when I'm working with patients, right? Retired nurse, you know, you kind of got to do that. But I find that I fall short in a lot of areas. We all do. So I think it is something that we should all work on, which is patience and being kinder to ourselves and our way of thinking. And when we're patient with ourselves, then we possess kind of like a superpower almost. So our superpower in patience is to be able to recognize when we're trying to rush something that has no business being rushed, including people. We rush people, we rush places, we rush things. We don't have patience when we drive. We don't have patience when we're grocery shopping. I see that a lot. We don't have patience with our own children, our own families, our own selves. So I think that everybody needs to take that step back and maybe learn a skill a little bit at a time to have the ability to recognize when we need to slow our hiney parts down and have a little bit of patience, because I think it's true. Good things come to those who wait. Did I say that right? Yeah. Good things come to those who wait. Waiting, again, not a virtue I possess, but it is something that I think I will work even harder on. Patience. I think everybody needs it. You need it. I need it. We need to not be so quick to force things, to judge, to want something at a microwave speed. It's just not going to happen, and then we get angry. So patience, let's work on it. If you don't have patience and you find yourself being very angry and bitter and snappish, then you might want to set some new goals, shorter term goals. You might want to work on some things that you could possibly eliminate that causes that impatience and that stress. So Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope these are helping you guys, because they're helping me chat with you guys, so I do appreciate it so much. The wind's blowing through. I'm tired. It's time to go in, get cleaned up, and take a nice early rest. You guys have a fabulous time. We'll see you back on the next vlog.